Okay, good morning. I am filming in public. Crazy. I guess before I start, hi, it's me, Gemma, retired Olympian, currently working for LA 28, the organizing committee for the Olympic and Paralympic Games. Living in LA, blah, 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 etc. I don't know, not much else to say. Currently, I am walking to the metro station in Santa Monica because I want to try taking it for the first time. I've had a lot of conversations with people asking them, like, do you like it? How do you like it? Or have you taken it and how safe do you feel taking the train or the bus or anything? Most people have given very negative reviews, and they've also, they've given very negative reviews and talked a lot about like how they feel unsafe. But then when I probe some more, they all have also said they've never actually taken it. So that's telling to me. And I feel like I can't take that advice, basically, because I feel like if you're not taking it yourself, like you're just basing it on hearsay versus taking it yourself and what you experience. And I also feel like a lot of them are either LA natives or from places where they weren't taking the train very often. So it's them also not being used to public transportation and just what happens there. And as someone who loves public transportation and is sad that there's not more of it here, it'd be nice to try it for myself and actually see what's happening. And I do know a few people, like there's one friend, acquaintance, who I've had like a few lunches with, who has lived here for years at this point, and she's only taken public transportation. I think she's just started talking about getting a car recently, but she's been here for years and has never had one, and that's been just fine. And then there are a few people at work, a lot of them on the transportation team themselves, so it's good that they actually do it themselves, but they've taken it, and they think it's just fine. Like, they take it every day to work and feel totally comfortable. I mean, there's a caveat to say that they are, men and like taller in stature, so if it was super dangerous, they'd probably be on the lesser end of danger, but still, they highly recommend it. And I asked them specifically, like, have you used public transportation in other cities, especially like New York, and how would you compare like the safety levels, like how safe you feel on both of those things? And they all said it's just comparable. It's just general public transportation dangers. So that's interesting. Like, I know like LA's had a spat of dangerous things happening in this recent year, which is why I haven't taken it earlier, because I did get scared. But yeah, so it'll be interesting to try it out and see, especially as I'm trying to decide if it's worth staying in our apartment for as long as we are. I want to see like what it's like taking it from like one of the starting points, I guess. I don't know if Santa Monica's or the train I'm taking is exactly the starting point, but it is the line that I'd probably be trying to use. It is the line I'd be trying to use if I was to take it from Santa Monica anywhere else, I think, mainly. So it'll be good to see and good to try out and see if it's an option. If I feel comfortable taking it, I think I would make it an actual option, and it would solve a lot of the compromise issues I'm dealing with my partner. He obviously doesn't want to move for that very reason, but yeah, it'd be nice to like choose a place where I actually really like being. home now, clearly. I had a great time today, and it really has changed. Well, I wouldn't say my mind has been changed. Aw, Yawa. You have something you want to say? No. You just hear me talking and want to join me? Mm-hmm. She's just curious about what I'm doing up here. Who I'm talking to. Who am I talking to, Yawa? Okay, well, as she's around. Oh, this is so rare. I can't tell if she's hungry or just wants attention. Probably a bit of both, because she's got an hour till dinner time. Okay. Well, now I have something cute to watch while I go on with this. What was I saying? Yeah, I didn't change my mind because I think I was still on the fence about public transportation here. So far, I mean, with the one day I've done it, my experience has been very positive. Started off, I Ubered to Santa Monica and I had breakfast at Tartine. And then I walked to the E line from there and took it straight all the way down to Little Tokyo. So my goal today was to go to Little Tokyo as my reward for taking the train. And I figured it was a good way to see what it'd be like if I started in Santa Monica and went to downtown. And I just chose Santa Monica was whatever. I chose the closest stop I was to in Santa Monica, and I went down to Little Tokyo because I've been wanting to go there for a while. And it was super awesome. It was an easy ride. It was cool to see the stops. It was still early-ish, I guess, so there was very few people actually on the train. I'm not sure how usual that is for the weekend, but there weren't that many people. It was maybe 3 or 4 people in my car until we got to the downtown area and it got a bit more full over there. But I was able to get a seat. Got off at Little Tokyo just fine, walked across the street, and then I just enjoyed the area. That was very fun. It was really nice out today. The temperatures have come down, so now it's livable and breathable outside, so that was fun. I had lunch at Azay, well, more like a brunch because I had Japanese breakfast, but yeah, it was really nice. And then I ended up wandering around. I got a few knickknacks and things for the house, like a candle and some room sprays. And then I wanted to come back before it got dark. And I also want to do a lot of stuff at home today. I actually have a lot of errands to do. And by errands, I mean chores. I'm not leaving the house again today, but I had a lot of chores to do, so I came back. I think I got on the train probably around 2. So my original plan was to do this morning plan, but do it backwards. So go from downtown back to Santa Monica and Uber home. As I was sitting there, I was wait, do I even need to go all the way back to Santa Monica and then go again in the opposite direction? So I was okay, what if I try and I can see other stops and see what's there, and maybe I'll do something different and Uber from a closer stop to make it cheaper. So I got off at Culver City, walked for maybe 5 minutes and was okay, I'm not really sure where I am. And I checked the Uber prices there and it was still pretty expensive. And then I checked the map and was okay, the Culver City stop is still pretty far from my area. I live near UCLA. So I mean, not far, but I wasn't paying $30 at that point. So I got back on the train. I just got back on the train and was okay, maybe I'll go to Santa Monica because that's definitely not going to be $30 from Santa Monica to here. And then I'm riding the train again. And as I'm getting closer, I get to near the Westwood stop. I think I'm going to stop away when I think, oh, well, Westwood is my area. So I was just okay, I know that's my area, so what if I get off there? And I checked the map as this was happening to see the proximity, and Santa Monica looked farther than the Westwood stop. So I got off on Westwood, and then as soon as I got off, I took 2 or 3 steps and was oh, hey, there's a bus stop, and that was the blue bus. So I was okay, I know there's a bunch of buses around here. I see them all the time. So I just walked over to see like, okay, where does this bus go? And it happened to be the one that goes directly into my area, into UCLA. So I was like, okay, cool. The only thing I was confused about was like how to pay for the bus. I wasn't sure if I needed to have another card, whether the same card or like how that worked. I didn't have cash on me. These two girls were also confused, so they were going to ask questions, which I was really happy about because that meant it wouldn't just be me feeling awkward and making people wait. There'd be other people also waiting on them. So I felt a bit better about asking my one question. And turns out they were trying to go to the Rose Bowl. So had no idea where that was, I guess, and they didn't look it up. And they were trying to go to UCLA thinking the Rose Bowl was at UCLA. And they ended up clearly being told like, oh, that's not where they're trying to go. And they had to refigure out their lives after that. And while that was happening, I asked the bus driver, hey, I have this tap card, which is the card for the metro. And there was a place to put it, so I just tapped it and hopped on. And then I just drove down and got dropped off like right near where I live, and then I walked home, and it was awesome. So it felt, one, great to test a train and see how simple it was. And my experience, again, was just a normal train riding experience. Probably in this scenario today was no different than like taking the train in Boston, at least like feeling of safety wise, basically, and like ease of transportation and everything. It was easy. I felt safe. I knew where I was going. It was easy to navigate the trains. And then I had a bonus of like, I didn't plan to take the bus, so like having this be my first bus and having it go fine also felt really awesome. I do think I probably should use it a bit more, and of course, and I don't think I'll probably use it at night. I don't really have that utility at the moment, though it will be interesting if I do end up trying to take it at night and seeing how things shift and that feeling of safety trends downward as time goes on. And I'm sure the more times you use something, the higher the chance of something happening. So that's also something, but me taking it today and having that experience today has made me feel a lot better about taking it in general. And now I really do think I'm more likely to use it more often. There are instances where I want to go downtown. I don't feel like driving or Ubering because it's so expensive. And if I know I can just like ride my bike to Santa Monica or something and then head from there, that'd be pretty cool. So yeah, or even, and I didn't ride my bike because I can take the bus. So just hopping on the bus and then getting on the train from there, that'd be very convenient for those days I just want to like sit and maybe read or something. So that was really nice, and I like the experience. I don't want to say like the thought that it's way too dangerous and whatever is overblown, because I'm sure there are instances where they are very dangerous. I also do think I live in an area where the bus and the train are very accessible to me, and it's easy to like get on and get off, and they go where I want them to go. I think there are many spots in LA in the Los Angeles region in general that's not the same thing, where you'd have to go pretty far to get to the line you want to, or you have to take multiple lines and multiple buses, where it kind of makes it feel like not inaccessible, but makes it feel not worth it. So I can understand that, but from where I am right now, it does make sense, and it is very accessible. So my verdict is it's public transportation and it's working, and there are things obviously that could be improved because I don't know I haven't taken it enough, but I have seen people talk about what could be better, and I do think things could be better. I think the United States as a whole, our public transportation could be way better. As someone who's taken it in many places in Europe and Japan, it needs a lot of improvement, but I don't think it's as bad as people think it is, to the point where they would never do it at all. I've heard many people say they'll never take it. They'll never whatever. Or in their, like, I think in their mind, like if they step near the train or onto the train station or something will happen. Something crazy is going to happen. And I don't think that's true. I think there's a chance, sure. But, there's also a chance you get into a car accident or something crazy happens on a road or something. I think if you're in LA and want to give it a try, give it a try. I hope that it gets better. Like, I know a lot of stops are being built right now, so it'll be cool to see what that looks like and how that makes things more accessible for people in areas that didn't have that access before. And I really hope people trend to start using it more. I'm always in favor of more public transportation. I think it just makes things nice for people who don't want to drive. I don't like driving, and I like the other options. I like having the option. Like, if you want to drive, keep driving, but if you don't, then there's options, and I like having that option. I don't like being forced to do the one thing, so I think that's what I like. And I was going to say something else. I also liked, and I was sitting there thinking this on the train, I really like that feeling of, not community, because I don't know these strangers around me, but that kind of like shared feeling of we're all in this situation together and going to a place, and it feels like we're all like, not cool people, but we're like, I don't know how to describe it. It's just a feeling that I'm getting. I have no idea what anyone else is feeling. I'm sure they're just sitting there taking the train and the bus and just living life and not thinking about this at all. But I definitely feel like, wow, look at us. We're all here going to work and whatever we're going to, and just, yeah, it just feels nice being around people, I think, and being in that shared space and having that same feeling. I don't know. It means nothing, but it felt like a nice thing to me. But yeah. Yeah, so I'm going to get back to eating my ramen and relaxing and waiting for my laundry to get done. And doing the rest of my chores. Thanks for watching. I mean, I'm probably going to put some clips afterward of me doing chores around here.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, if I don't talk back into the camera again, thanks for watching, and like and subscribe.